Hi, my name is Maria 5. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back to my channel if you're not so new. And I'm here with a tea and a make and a novel. So, before we get started, I lost another viewer and I have so few that it's quite noticeable. So, I'm a little sad about that. And then I thought about it and it's like, okay, why are you really doing this? Because I love doing this. So, there we have it. And then, I don't know, I did my nails. You can kind of see them. They're really quite shimmery. But I did them about 4 days ago, and they're starting to chip and grow. It's like, it's really time to sit here and get this novel out to you. Okay, so I have a tea. This is wolfberry tea. And yeah, it's quite clear. It's really good for your internal organs. Liver, kidneys, you know, that sort of thing. So, but it's a little tiny bit sweet and a little tiny bit nutty. So it's quite tasty and there's nothing in it, no honey, no anything. And I'm really enjoying it. So, wolfberry tea. And, oh, a new cup. Did you notice? Haha. And I don't know if you can see it. Oh, don't tip it, Maria. There is a honeycomb structure which comes into play. So one of the makes, I have two today. One of the makes is this, and it's a napkin holder with a bee, well, several bees actually, the bee on top. And this was just a class that I took. I did not actually make this. All I really did was glaze it and somebody else fired it. So yes, but my little napkin holder with bees. The other thing I have, and this will also come into play when you think of treasure. So we just got a 3D printer, and this is one of the things. So it's a ring holder. And as you can see, I don't know, I don't even think I knew how many rings I have. And this isn't even all of them, but yeah, that cattail is pretty full. But you can see she's just a little cutie doing a little really perfect cat-like stretch. So I don't know, I'll take them off and then you can probably see the structure a little better. And this filament that was used for the 3D printer is called Nebula, and it's our nebulae. It's a kind of blacky dark blue with some green fleck to it, and it's just ever so pretty. These ones, which I have not attached yet, but I'm about to, also made with the 3D printer. And yeah, just lotus leaves. So I will be wearing those tonight when I teach my class. But yeah, just having fun with this 3D printer. And who wouldn't, right? I mean, you are literally limited by what you can think of to create. But these are all, someone else has done all this for me. I just press a button. So it's quite easy. And now for the novel. I did make a pirate patch, which would go like this. And then glasses over the eye. Yeah, I can't really see what I'm doing. So, but anyway, yes. So you may have thought, maybe, this is about pirates, and you would be right. Yes. This novel is called All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. It is 2024. It's his fourth novel. And this novel, I didn't like every single part of it. I will say I really did not care for the very ending of it. But the story itself, and the way one of the characters, and I'm not even sure if I will get into it. I don't want to wreck anything for you, but one of the characters was just so, I don't know, tenacious. Like banging your head against the wall. Except she never realizes that it feels really good when you stop banging your head against the wall. But the story itself really left an impression on me, and and I've read this probably 2 months ago, and I'm still thinking about it. So yeah, it's definitely memorable, and I would say definitely worth a shot. So, All the Colors of the Dark. We have Joseph Macaulay, 13-year-old boy, and he was born with one eye. Hence the patch. His mom sewed him patches and he pretended he was a pirate and learned all these facts about pirates and would tell them to anybody who would listen. And if he forgot or he didn't know, he would just make it up. And that was his shtick, his thing. I think one of his ways of coping. His mom was a single parent, not doing so well. And yeah, I think he really struggled with that and obviously picked on at school. Of course, anybody who is not of the norm gets picked on at school. Hopefully not so much anymore. But certainly when I was going to school, that's how it was. It takes place in the Ozarks, Missouri, Ozarks, around 1975, somewhere around there. And then we have Saint. Saint is someone who begged her grandma for bees and by continuously reciting bee facts to her. So, of course, Patch and her would become fast friends and have adventures together, spend all their time together. She had her bees, he had his pirates, and they were always off doing something. There is a serial killer in their small town. Girls are disappearing. And one of the girls in Patch's class is, her name's Misty. He has a crush on her. She's very pretty, very popular, lots of money. He kind of comes across her being abducted. And so he takes his, I think it's a dagger. He takes his dagger out and feigns at the guy who's about to take Misty and tells her to run. So she leaves and then he ends up getting abducted. Well, yeah, you can imagine the impression this had on Saint. Not good. The town comes out for a search and his mother's a mess and Saint just watches everything. She phones the police station a lot. Hangs out in the waiting area, reminding the police that there is a boy missing out there. Her best friend. On the night of her prom, so this other boy really likes her. She doesn't really care for him, but her mom is pushing her grandmother is pushing. Here's this other boy and he's interested in you. Maybe you should give him a shot. And she doesn't really want to, but she does. So the night of the prom, she agrees to go with him. And then all of a sudden she has this inspiration, doesn't go to the prom, but leaves in her prom dress and goes out to this place that she kind of thinks Patch is being kept. Goes to the backwoods and sets the place on fire. And thereby releasing her best friend. Missy, who couldn't have bothered with the likes of him before, really had no time for him. All of a sudden, he's her hero, and she's completely infatuated with him because he saved her life. Meanwhile, Saint, who's always been his bestie and always probably been in love with him as much as you can when you're 13, 14, is relegated to back seat. So that doesn't bode well for her either. So it's an interesting triangle. The characters are really, really well done. Chris Whitaker is definitely a wordsmith. You are there. You are in the story. It's, yeah, I think the ending could have really used a lot of work. It was, I don't know. I didn't like it. But if you read the book, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the ending, because I'm quite curious. It can't just be me. Pick it up. Let me know. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in another week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.